Welcome to Spacecraft Guide, the channel that describes how the most complex and historic spacecraft work. In this issue of Spacecraft Guide, we're going to continue our work in the lunar lander on the communication panel, and for our Patreon users, we're going to have a special. We're going to be going over the conspiracy theory of how the astronauts did not find aliens on the moon, and we're going to prove that. So if you're a Patreon user at the end, you will find that. But for everybody else, we are going to go over the modulate switch. And when you click on it, it takes you to the modulate switch on the panel. And we see we have PM and FM. PM, or pre-modulate, stands for enables pre-modulate control circuit in the SPA and disables frequency modulator in S-band transmitter. Now, what pre-modulate means is it's before they mix all the information together into the circuit, everybody who's talking, all the pictures and everything. That's what they mean by the pre-modulate control circuit. Okay, and then the normal settings of the switch is PM normally. FM setting is used for video transmission. So this is the switch that they put it in when you were watching them land the lunar module on the moon. That was this switch put in FM for TV, so the world could watch Neil Armstrong land the Eagle on the surface of the moon. And let's see, FM enables FM control circuit and disables phase modulator and range gate amplifier in S-band transmitter. So that's what happens when you put it into FM, allowing the camera to work into the cabin. So if we look at the schematics, we'll see here, this is the audio panel. We've got to go up just a little bit to see specifically about the modulate switch. So I'm going to zoom up on that, and we see the modulate with the pre-modulate switch and the FM switch. So when we go into PM, I'm going to shrink this back down to get the whole idea of what's working here. Oh boy, it is a big schematic. So if we put it into PM, pre-modulate goes into pre-modulate control, and we follow that line all the way up here to the PM control gate. Information that goes through there makes it to the PM mixer, mixes all the information together, and then that goes into the PM switch. And then here's the big one, the driver amplifier. That puts the signal up to where it can go into or sending it out back to Earth. Now, if we look what happens when you turn it to FM, it comes down to the FM control. Now remember, this is television, so that comes down here to the 20, it gets 20 volts DC from the power supply and the FM control gate, and that goes to the FM mixer, which is taking the information, and the FM switch, and that then sends all that information back to NASA, and that is how a quarter of the population on Earth saw Neil Armstrong land the lunar module on the surface of the moon. That's all for this week. If you would like to use this interactive virtual reality exhibit on the command module, the lunar module, and the surface of the moon, just go to our Patreon page, and the link will be down below.